Hi Sami, and here we are in Serbia, and we're in a refugee camp, which is not even a camp, but a refugee place or storage space. And there's nothing else I want to say about that right now. I'm in there, and there's a constant smell of burning plastic because they like to burn plastic in here. Nuna is down there, and I am right here, and up here. I would like to film through the window, but that's kind of interrupting. But I'll do that for you just once. Hold on, I'll just grab you and film through a window. And this is where people live. Yes, this is where all the people live, but they're outside right now. Yes. Throughout this very film, one person is missing completely from the story. A person which I, as the Goodiepal, was together with for quite a few years. She is an artist who have inspired and in many ways saved me, and continuously does so. Today we are no longer together, but she is still a big part of the Goodiepalian Universium. The master artistic performance artist and the master of everything with her hands, Maria-Luisa Andersson.
But at what time did you meet?
In his school for radical computer music in Roskilde. Yes.
Okay.
When he had it in Roskilde, yeah.
Okay.
He had this going on for a month, I think.
Yeah.
Every day having classes. So yeah, I was attending there a lot. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I find him extremely good in look at each person. I mean, with the students, I could imagine that he was very good in looking into their stuff, like being very, have a huge empathy for people and can really see things that will help them out or that gets them further on.
Yeah.
I think he's very strong in like helping or like teaching. Teaching is a wrong word, I think, somehow, but he's really good to push people in a very inspiring way. Yeah.
I remember playing computers for hours with my friend Esben when I was a child. And one day Esben's father came in and he said that we were only playing computer, which was the reaction from and that was the only thing we was interested in. It was computers. Before Esben had other friends. There was a friend called Morten and a friend called Rasmus, and we were also only interested in computers. It was just computers. And my friend Esben's father comes in and say, "Oh, you're only interested in computer," and then he says, "But it's not easy for you. You should go out and." When I was a child, we could just bike somewhere and make a fire, and he considered that as free and open life. He considered that real life. The computer was artificial somehow. That was, but I think this is very interesting because it's all about finding a free space where your parents do not know the rules. And that's basically what computers was. My mother did not care about computers and did not care about computing. She had no interest in computing. She didn't know what it was, so it was a free space. It was a space where me and my friends could have. No parents could interfere because they didn't know the rules of what we were doing with computers. They had no idea. He's not so keen on showing us where he lives. Yep. Hvad så der? Jamen, hvis du ikke kan komme til os, så må vi jo komme til dig jo. Så er det Sami og Paul Erik, hva'? Halløj. Some peoples
technical advancements is always silently behind the G. A lot of his equipment have been built or modified by Erix Pedersen. He does not say much, but he's still a key figure in the Goodiepalian Universium.
Why do you think Goodiepal wants me to interview you? Do you have some secrets?
Probably because he thinks that I actually influenced him.
Oh,
somehow.
well,
yeah,
maybe that's true
yeah,
then.
Yeah, maybe a little. You never know what's influences him because he has his own methodic.
Yes.
Definitely.
Very
musical also. Very his own methodic.
Yeah.
He's also a little bit a provocateur, but that has to be together. Has to be together because he knows what is provoking, and he knows why he does it.
Yeah.
So it's not without reason.
And what do you do?
Build an instrument for him because he just said, "You have to build an instrument for me." I said, "But now." You know, like he is and I found a way to use a stepper motor and a speaker, and to just take and turn a knob on a stepper motor and put the wires to the speakers because it's like a generator and it makes actually some whoo sound.
Yeah.
And he used it actually.
From there to down there, I used to have a big piece of glass so I could see from here up. And the most fantastic thing, I had this idea because when I lived up there, I made a little temporary fireplace. So when I made it on glass, I could see the fire from below, look up into that. It was fantastic. I thought maybe I should try with a little piece of glass first. You never know how glass will react to heat. And I have a video. It looks beautiful. I filmed through these plants up, and you can see there's a fire up there on a piece of glass. So fucking it works. And then when I just had stopped the camera, it says, and then the glass explodes completely in 5 million pieces.
So I bought some records in Brazil.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
It's on.
Yeah, it's on.
Action.
It's on. Yeah, excellent. Yeah, excellent. Yeah, there we are. Yeah,
Mr. Goodiepal.
absolutely. Here
Back
we are.
from Serbia, back to Finland.
Yeah.
When did you come here last time? 5 years ago.
Long time ago. Yeah, I hope never to come back. Yeah.
Let's start from where the Goodiepal Equation ended.
Yeah, where does it
So
end?
it ends in Copenhagen,
It certainly does.
and you left for Serbia.
We left for Serbia.
What happened?
I mean, we were in Greece already. That's also in the film, I guess.
Yeah.
The idea was basically just to go and continue the refugee work. And that's what we tried to do. I think we've been pretty good. We are an activist group now, you could say. I mean, we've always been an activist group.
So how many people are you?
Oh, we're unprofessional. So we're an unprofessional organization with an unprofessional amount of people in it. Everybody that wants to join and wants to help can join. We cook food, we buy clothes, try to raise money, try to help smuggle people over the borders. We house people in our home. And we, generally speaking, try to create a good atmosphere for people, which is also a human-to-human atmosphere and not a human-to-professional atmosphere. A good example here would be, for example, if people come back with, it could be wet feet and need new socks, then the people that would handle socks would only handle socks from between 12 and 2 o'clock, for example, and then maybe again from 2 till 6, or maybe no enough 2 till 5 till 6, and then if you come like 5 past 6, then there's no warm socks. But we are the opposite. We are available 24/7, and we are very unprofessional. That means that, for example, we can also be away. We can be out and eating ice cream with a refugee when we are needed. But we can also be there on the actual spot. We are urgently in need of passports, and what they should do is they should not give us old passports. They should give us passports that's functional right now. And then, for example, if you don't have to leave Finland for, like, say, 2 months, you can give me your passport, and then I will make sure the passport is delivered back to you through our so-called unprofessional organization. It will be delivered back to you, and you will have a stamp somewhere from Hungary or Croatia, and you will be very happy. And that's all I can say. So basically, we need people to lend us their passports. That's very illegal, but that's basically what we need. Hi, Sami. This fine lady here have just told me one thing, and that's what we need down here. Maybe we need power banks for cell phones, and the reason for that is that the people here say they want to go game, and you would think, just as I thought, that means go in and play like games, like crappy Nokia games on your phone and things like that. When these people go game, that means they need to take their phone and go into the woods and cross borders and things like that with their power banks and their phones to be able to locate maps and things like that. Very expensive with power banks here. So we probably need to get a lot of power banks here, because when the people want to leave the camp, or the barracks as it's called here, then a lot of them are sent off to the camps. But when they get to the camps, Sami, that's very crazy. When they get to the camps, they feel that they're in imprisonment, so they would rather run away and go to, let's say, right now they want to go to Croatia, apparently. And that's super interesting, isn't it? So think about that. Go game. Old people, they like to have no fresh air.
Yeah. I have so many cousins. I don't have any. In Danish, you call the female part the cousin, and the other one the fætter. And I only have females in the family. Female. Everything is females around me. Mother, grandmother, this and that. Don't women. What can you do? Yeah, there's never men. You're the first man that have been around for a long time. Men generally hate me. Did you know that, Sami? I mean, I never had like the friends in school, like with football and smoking weed and this and that. Sygnak was and you probably the first people. So Paul Erix, but he's kind of off. He doesn't count.
Next up, a bit extra material with my grandmother. Sami and her got along in the most excellent manner. This is prime footage.
Hello. Det er mit køkken, og det er Christian, og det er Sami. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah. He does it. Does it. It is because he knows that I am very happy to have papers to write my notes on, and just to tease me, he use them all. And then when he sees them, oh, I can write something to you.
No, because she keeps them here, so she will find them. So she will find this little nice one here. It says, "Oh, behind the hatch was placed a small child excrement." and
I said, it isn't funny. You are so You are a naughty boy.
Yeah, I love these. I see this as an art form, Sami. They have to be as stupid as possible. No.
Ja. Så sådan der. Ja. I do love you everywhere. Anytime.
That's one of the best paintings. Nobody have completely understood how good it is yet. It is an wonderful painter. I think, oh, the museum has locked it onto the wall. Else I would have shown you something on the back. Doesn't matter. I bought it in New York. It's one of my favorite painters at the moment. And I have trouble pronouncing his names, but I bought it at an art fair in New York. Nynne saw it and said, that is a very good painting. And I was like, yeah, it is a very good painting. And the reason why it's such a good painting is also because I think this is real modern art. As you can see, it's a Van Gogh painting, but it's also not a Van Gogh painting. It's a stretched Van Gogh painting. And this is very interesting. When I was young and we went to a recording studio with Dyrforsøg, which was a Danish rock band, and when we went to the studio, the drummer in Dyrforsøg, he knew everything. He was my very close friend. He was hit by a car, and he's still my close friend, but he's very brain damaged now. And anyway, the engineer at the time said Joe Meek was a famous guitar player. And that crashed everything in the mindset of this young band because they knew Joe Meek was not a guitar player, he was a producer. And they went, oh, scheisse, how can you say Joe Meek was a guitar player? Because he was actually, and this is how I think modern art is. Stupidos inside the world of modern art still believe in noise, in distortion, as a mean of turning up the volume. They think that is distortion. But modern distortion is giving society what they expect, but in a different way. So everybody here says, I showed this to Paul Erik and he was like, yeah, I know that one, but it's the wrong proportions. Exactly, so it somehow irritates and questions much more things by distorting real life in a stretchy way or in a changing fact way than it does in making loud things. And that's how it works, yeah.
So that's it.
I keep following you around with that.
That's good.
Yeah.
Let's change hats for a while.
We could, but that's very crazy. No, I would never do that. Yeah.
No? Yeah.
Beyond the cave.
But everything is okay now, and you're just doing this. And
have you
heard from?
Paul Erik, he saw your film. He hated it.
Really?
He said, I will get over it one day. And he had expected much more from you. That was his comment. Then he left.
Now, the next song is called Panic, Panic, Panic. And it's a song where you can express everything that you think is wrong with the Scandinavian society.
Panic, panic, panic! 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 Gentrification! Panic, panic, panic! Panic, panic, panic!
Soldiers of Odin!
Panic, panic, panic!
Hei, kun ajelette siellä autoillanne, niin muistakaa välillä istuttaa puita.
Panic, panic, panic!
Terveydenhuollon yksityistäminen.
Panic, panic, panic! Panic, panic, panic! 1, 2, 3, 4. Ho! 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 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ha! 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 1, 2, 3, 4. Ha! 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 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ha! 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 1, 2, 3, 4. Ha! 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 Ha!
Everyone asks like, what's the? I only can explain the LX XP, but what's the 1418?
Ooh, that's magic numbers. Magic numbers, Sami. That's secret
You know
numbers.
what 1418 is?
Okay, check it out. No, but everything is magic numbers. Okay, that's 9, letters in Goodiepal. 2 times Goodiepal, that becomes 18. There's Goodiepal, there's Goodiebacks and the Demon Backs. There's 14 released Goodiebacks and Demon Backs. 18 that people think exists. It all adds up. It all adds up. Erix XP is yeah. It all adds up.
Treasure is right at hand. I got it. I need to move this. Red Bull and Coca-Cola sponsors the music.
Yeah.